Okay, good evening and welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. Today I'm going to play with my jelly plate again, as you can see, and it's not clean. Nope, not clean. So some of this will end up on my canvas, which is fine. Today I bought an 8x10 canvas at my Dollarama, so it was $1. Can't beat that. It's already pre-gessoed and everything ready to go. So it's just a canvas board. And I also got myself 2 bottles of black acrylic paint. So I've got plenty of paint to go, black paint here. It's just the cheap stuff. This whole 4 fluid ounce bottle was $1. So can't beat that. It is deco art. It's thinner than, you know, the Americana paints or whatever. But black covers pretty well anyway. And I just use it for pops of black. So it should work fine. All right, so let's get started. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. So, hi, Robin. Let me go through, see who's here so far. So we have Jamie. Hi, Jamie. And Robin. And Juanita. And Deb and Dee Dee and Lana. Oh, and Deb Crafty just came in as well. Deb's been kind of being bounced around a little bit. And Mr. Bot and 4 guests. Hello, guests. All right. So, and I'll try and... Oh, I didn't go and watch that. I kind of hit play. I was going to watch it, and then I was like, no, I can't. I've got to get ready. So I already was distracted by YouTube anyway before I had to go and fix my garments. So I was like, no, I can't watch anything else. I have to get ready, get ready, get ready. Anyway, so let me move my palette underneath there. When I need it, I'll grab it. So I've got my brayer. See, Dee Dee, looks just like your heat tool. And got some paint out, ready to go. So on the background, I think I'm going to start, let's see. Yeah. I think I'll do Big Shocker, my green yellow, and the green blue. My green yellow's almost gone. Hey, Erica. Nice to see you. Hey, Barb. Uh-oh. A little over generous with that middle dollop there. Oh, well. Let's see. I'm going to start just with stripes this way. Uh-oh. I really am going to have to clean my plate at some point because hard pieces of paint are... So now I'm just kind of mixing it a little bit to get a little bit of gradient work there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now let's move this into its spot. All right, I'm going to put some texture on the background here. So I'm going to work with this fun foam, which is lines. Hey, Dar! I know, Dee Dee. It's almost gone. I'm going to have to find somewhere to get it. I don't want to buy it at Fine Art Store anymore because from Canada, they send it by FedEx, and then FedEx charges a stupid freaking fee on top of what I paid. It's probably still cheaper than buying it from the Canadian art stores, but if I'm going to give anybody a fee, I'd rather give it to Canadian stores, I guess. Anyway, we shall see what happens. All right. And get my canvas. The canvas is 8 by 10, so yes, sir, I do. Ooh, that really suctioned down. Okay, I didn't press enough in the middle, obviously, so I'm going to put it down again. I don't know. I think it needs more paint than with paper. Oh, no, that's coming. All right, got a couple more spots I need to try and get some paint on, so let's see if I can get some picked up on the end there. And here, there's a spot. Good. And there's a white spot over here. And a white spot here. Don't really want any white showing through. If I can help it. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Of course, you're going to get some texture from the canvas itself, obviously. Okay, now I probably am not going to get much more off that, but we'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Still got quite a bit up on there, especially from around the edges. Cool. Okie dokie. Now, next, let's find. My stencils, I think I want to use this one next, I think. So that's going to give me a frame plus this will all stay green, and then whatever colors I put on will come out in the circles. So I'm going to do, I tend to keep using the same colors, but oh well, must be because I like them. Anyway, going to do orange and pink. Ah, hi Barb. Okay. All right. So, orange And this looks pink, but it's called violet blue. Okie dokie. Let's get my sprayer going here. Whoops. I'm trying to find a good spot for my canvas while I'm spraying. I want to keep some of each color, so I don't want to mix too much. I just want to get it spread. Ooh, gosh. All right. And I'm going to use a little bit of bubble wrap before I do my stencil. If I can find my small bubble wrap, there it is. Not too hard, just a little gentle tap, just for a little texture. And the texture should still come through. So, put this in the middle here. Oh, in the middle, Jane. There we go. So it's going to leave me a frame around the outside. Canvas is 8 by 10, same as my jelly plates, so. Okay. Did Darcy come in, or are you guys just talking about her? Trying to see, I don't know how, if it's going to be as easy to get paint up through stencils onto the, yeah, maybe I should use my brayer here. It doesn't matter what I do to the back of the canvas. Let's see, because I'm just worried about it not coming through, but it did come through a little bit. Not very obvious. Yeah, see, that's the thing with doing the canvas. It's not going to be as prominent. It's going to be a little more subtle because the canvas won't go down in between the. So I think I may have to use a little more paint than usual. And where is my page? Where's my other page? Oh, come on, where are you? Where's the page I was running off onto? There it is. No, that's not it, but I'll use this one. Don't know what I did with it. Must have fell on the floor. Oh yeah, there it is. Hold on, excuse me, gotta reach with my short arms. Well, you know, Barb, if they're eating and drinking, then they're probably getting better. Especially getting water into them. So, yeah, I think they just need to get rid of whatever toxins are in their body. And because if it was anything, they wouldn't be getting better if it was something that was still, you know what I mean? There we go. And I'll go back to this one when I take the stencil off. Hey, Darcy. stencil off and I'll have an impression on that side. Very cool. Ooh. Lots of cool texture in that because it has texture from the canvas board. See that? Sorry, I'll try and hold it so it'll focus. Very cool. Okie dokie. Oh, I meant to do that on the green side. Oh yeah, there. Sorry, there's the green side. You can see some purples and that dirty stuff coming up on there. Other layers coming up. Very cool. All right, so this is what I have so far. So now what I want to do is I want to add in some strips that are going to block out some of the paint of the next layer. So let's see. What color next? Next, I think it needs some hold on. Now, my paints aren't all in the same spot now because, of course, it all fell on the floor earlier and everything went rolling. Let's see. Where is my nice teal color? Hold on. There's what I want. So this is turquoise. And, oh gosh. I wonder if it's going to be too close to the other color. Might be. Just a second. Ta-da-da. Oh, I've got too much stuff piled up. Piles and piles of papers. Just a second. Sorry, guys. I thought I had them all standing up. Some of them fell over on me. So now I'm not finding what I'm looking for. That's copper. Oh, here. So I think I'm going to do these two colors. So one is turquoise, and this one is called Laguna. One's Craft Smart, one's Apple Barrel. So I'm going to do these two colors. All right. And this one. Don't even know if these match, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Yes, we will. Ooh, cool. I'm using a little more paint this time just to see if it will get picked up a little better by the canvas. And this time I'm going to do my big bubble wrap holes here. You know, sometimes it's good not to know what you're doing. I'm just saying. All right, and now I'm going to put some strips of plastic down here to block off some of the areas. Try and keep at least a little section of it hanging off the edge so I can pull it up when it's time. So even though they're overlapped, it's pretty thin stuff, so we should be okay. Here goes. Gonna be pretty funky here. I can always put some plain craft paper or scrapbook paper on the back of my canvas to cover up this mess. And my canvas moved, but anyway. Let's see what that gave me. Interesting. All right, now I'm going to put this piece of paper down. I should get a couple more good impressions because it had lots of paint on it this time. Thanks, Dee Dee. Okay. So, there we go. And now I should have enough when I remove these. The paint will dry in these. I'm kind of just wiping it on my paper there a little bit so they'll stick together, but once they dry you can take them apart. But I'm just trying to wipe some of the paint off on this paper here. I want to leave some. Now if you can use paper for this instead of plastic, but then once you peel them up you don't leave as much paint behind because it absorbs into the paper. Whereas with the plastic, it doesn't absorb into it, so it's leaving cool designs on the plate. And actually, I think I got an idea for my next layer. Cool. There we go. Did I get them all? I think I did. Alright, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on this one. So there's what it looks like beforehand. These are this is a page from last night. Well, yeah, I know. I'm going to have to wash them in a second. Or baby wipe them. I'm doing okay. I don't panic anymore. I don't like it still, but at least I don't panic. Okay. There we go. So then you get this. When you use a plastic, you'll get this type of left. But you won't get this much paint left if your strips are made of paper. Just because the paper will absorb more of the paint than the plastic did. So there's still paint left there, so I'm going to add a little bit. I'm just going to see if I get any here. But you do have to use more paint with the canvas, I discovered. So that's good. I'll know for next time if I do another canvas. Now, I didn't get any images for the top. I was going to, we'll see, have to see what I'm going to end up doing. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing. So for now, I'm just making a background. Now, I'm going to use these again, but this time what I'm going to do something different for as far as my canvas goes. This time, I'm going to do the stripes onto the canvas. So, anyway, because I need to start adding a bold color. So I'm going to go to my purple. And dry this. Thanks, Juanita. Not a fear, just a dislike. Not really a phobia. I've always been like that as a kid. If I got anything on my hands, marker or paint or dirt, I just had to wash my hands. So I wouldn't play in mud when I was outside as a kid. Anything that I couldn't wipe on my clothes or like whatever, keep my hands clean. So, and I don't know if it stems from just always having to have my hands clean to sit and play the piano or whatever. I don't know if that's where it stems from. I'm not sure. Okay. So now I need my purple. Ooh. Just a second. So I don't want, just a second. I know I had another purple in here. It's a big orange. Oh, here. No, that's my black. Because I saw it just a second ago. That's mauve. Just a moment here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Because that other one I had was one I bought at Michael's for like 49 cents. And when I shook it, it sounded like it had like chunks in it. So I'm not sure. So this one is called Plum. And I think I'm going to use a little white with it so that I'll get shades of, yeah, because this isn't the right purple to go with it. So I'm going to use a little white in spots just so I get different gradations of purple or whatever you call it. Don't listen to my technical terms because they're probably wrong. Yeah, it does look like there's peeling paint coming off it, Dee Dee. You're right. All right, so here's my nice purple here. And I'm going to add some white in spot, some of the purple spots. So I'll get some different. Okay. So. There. So what I'm going to do this time is when I put the strips on, I'm going to do the first couple of pulls onto paper. Then I'm going to take the strips off and I'm going to do the stripes onto my canvas. Okay? So, doing them random, don't want them to end up at all like my other one, my other layer. Want them to be totally different. Let's hope my random ends up totally different. My luck, it'll end up like the same. Okay. Because I only want a few. So I'm going to take that. And I'm going to take this. And I'm going to add it onto here. There we go. Oh, sorry, Juanita. I guess I said Juanita instead of Erica. I was thanking Erica for her compliment about me overcoming my dislike. Sorry. All right. All right, so that gives me some nice purple there. I'm going to have to dry that one. And I think I can get another pull because I don't want any of this purple to show up on my print. I only want the stripes on my actual canvas. So I want to get all the other purple up off my jelly plate, or most of it anyway. Okay, I'm going to use a nice thin paper here because it will pick up if there's anything left there. Okay, so now, there we go. All right, so now, let's see, it even picked up a little bit. All right, now I'm going to lift these up, and that's going to leave the stripes for me to add to my canvas. All right, so now this is going to go onto my canvas. All right, I'm going to make sure. All right, let's see what happens here. Yes, some tea. Just a little wee bit of milk there, please, darn. Tea with a little bit of milk. Thank you for offering. Aha, there we go. See? Okay, so now my idea well, let's see. Oh, I should have done this before I do dry that. I don't know if it's going to come up now. Nah, a little bit. A little bit on this larger one. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a quick cleanup print. And let me find my sheet so I'm ready to put it down. Okay, it's one from last night, but I have the back, so I'm going to do a cleanup. That way, when I use those for journals, they'll already have a front and a back ready to go. These need to go on a piece of paper out of my way so I don't stick my elbow in them or something stupid like that while they dry. Be right over there. Okie dokie. Alrighty, so I'm just going to do a quick cleanup, which means a nice light coat of white, thin coat, just enough to be wet and pick up the layers underneath. That's all you want. It's just thick enough. And but you're going to leave your paper on a little longer than usual. You actually want it to adhere to your paper and basically dry and pull up all the layers underneath it. Oh, I see Lorraine is in the room. While I'm doing this, let's see if anyone else came in before while I was working there that I didn't say hi to. Well, Darcy, I sort of didn't really say hi to Darcy. I was talking to her, but didn't really say hi. And Lorraine, of course. Hello, Lorraine. Sorry if you wanted to sit quietly and not be outed there, Lorraine, but I'll say hi anyway. Oh, dear. I want to especially get around the edges because that tends to be where it kind of leaves the white behind a little bit around the edges sometimes. There we go. And so look at this wonderfulness that I picked up. You can see even some of the stencils from last night, my lattice stencil. Oh, it could be from the circle though too, from the day. But look, all that color. Now, this, you may not want to use this as a background. You could as a background starter. But if you cut this up in die cuts and flowers and stuff like that, it looks really cool. Or strips or whatever. So, you can see some gold in there from last night. Very cool. I like that. All right. So, next, my stamping I'm going to actually have to do right on the canvas because I know the canvas won't pick it up. Now, I need my pops of black, so I guess that's what's coming next. And I guess I'm going to just do it right on my canvas because that's the way it's going to work. So I need to find my circle shape here in my handy dandy. Let's see, do I want big circles? I want a couple big circles. And let's find a smaller circle thing. There's a small circle thingy. And then I need an in-between circle size. Hold on. Okay, this'll work, I guess. Yep. Oh no. Almost lost my whole container and I lost something behind. Yes, I was going to get my pathway behind my desk cleaned up, but I didn't today. Alright, so I've got a huge circle, I've got a medium circle, and I've got small circles, rings. Not really circles, they're rings. So let's get some black paint out. Okay. So I'll do a couple big ones first. So I'm just twirling my ring around. The big ones I'm going to make sure they go off the canvas at some point. That's better. I kind of turned it a little bit while it was on There we go. I think I want to do that over here too on this one. Alright, now let's do some medium-sized ones. Bye, Barb! Six o'clock here. I like those ones that are kind of splotchy and messy too. Kind of makes you think of a ink blot. Alright, that's enough for those, I think. One more up here because I make 7. There we go. And now a couple of small ones, but I think I need some white as well. Wipe them off a little bit because I don't want the circles being compromised by gobs of acrylic paint. Yep, that's right, Erica. I have lots of them every month, so it's not like they're gonna go to waste or anything. I have to turn it around and put my white somewhere else because that black's not gonna dry anytime soon. So let's turn the palette around. Turn it over and put my white on the other side so it'll be clean. I'm going to use the opposite side of my block here for stamps, if I can find them. There's this set. I wonder. Let me. Gosh, oh gee. I wonder. All right. Let me try something. I'm actually going to try this basket weave one. Okay, see you later, Dee Dee. Yeah, eating weight's not really good for you. Okay, so peel the backing off this. For some reason, it doesn't want to come off in one piece. That's strange. It usually does. Oh, I'm not going to use it on my block, so I guess I can do that later. All right, so I'm going to roll out my white. I have to dry my black paint here first. Make sure it's blue. Okay. All right. Putting the paint on. Let's see. And I'm not using my block because I don't want to use whole sections here. Just getting some texture. Cool. Now, I don't know if you guys, I'll hold the canvas up in a second. I'm not sure if you can see the texture this is adding from the distance or not. It's very cool. I'm going to have to wipe it with my baby wipes right away because I don't want the acrylic paint sticking to my stamp. Okay, so let me get the baby wipe here. Gosh, hold on. I'm almost out of baby wipes. I've got, well, in this container, I've got more over there behind me. Don't worry, I'm not really running out. Hi, Jan. Oh, hi, Nancy. Nice to see you. I used bubble wrap. Don't you worry. I used bubble wrap, didn't I, ladies? I most certainly did. Okay, I'm going to have to just leave a baby wipe on top of this to keep that ink wet and wash it later because I didn't get it all out. I'll have to go in at it with a toothbrush, and I'm not going to do that again. I'll use ink next time. There. So I'm just going to leave that baby wipe on top of that. Hopefully keep that paint wet. Okay. Speaking of baby wipes, I need one for my hands. Okay. So let me hold this up to show you the texture. Okay. Oh, Erica, you got her mixed up again. That's not Fran, that's Jan, my evil twinster. Lady of Lost Times is Fran. Silly goose. Poor Erica. She's as bad as me. I kept getting Phoebe wrong. Bridget. I kept calling Bridget Phoebe. Okay. So let me hold this up so you can see the, it's sticking to my jelly plate. I guess I could put my jelly plate away for now. Whoops, hold on. Or at least in the drawer. Out of the way for the moment. Okay. So I'll hold this up so you guys can see that white texture that was added on top. Ooh, there we go. Oh, hold on, I gotta hold it still. There we go. See that lovely texture in there? Jaen. Okay. Oh, hold on. Just a second, you guys. I might have to stop very soon because my left foot seems to be swelling on me. Oh, okay. And it's getting very sore. Hold on, let me get some Tylenol into me. Thanks, Deb. Just a second. Give me a moment. I'm going to mute myself just for a moment, ladies. See if I can see what's up with my foot here. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. All right, so now, next step is for me to find my certain, stencils, which I don't know if I have here. Where are they? There's this one. No, I need bigger ones. I may have to leave this and finish it later because I don't have the stencils I want. So I may have to cut my stencils. So I think for now, I'm going to leave this for the moment and and finish it up another day or another evening when I get my stencil that I want cut to finish off my canvas for my idea. So don't worry, Erica. Everybody, a lot of people mix them up at first because you see the lady. One is Lady of Lost Times and one is Lady North. So, yeah, Lady True North, I should say. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to stop streaming, but I am going to stop this recording so that this canvas is a separate recording because I'm going to do an art journal page because I have an idea for an art journal page. Okay. So if you watched this, thank you so much for watching.